How long have you known about Bobby?
Oh, not now, Martin.
Well, why didn't you go to the police?
Because he was just a little boy. He didn't know what he was doing.
What are you talking about? Jamie's lying in there fighting for her life.
Mr. Beale, my name's Stefan Webber. I'll be operating on your wife.
Operating?
She has significant damage to her vertebrae that is compressing her spinal cord. Once we've carried out the spinal decompression, we should have a better understanding as to the extent of her injuries.
Okay. Can I go and see her?
Just as soon as we've prepped her for surgery.
She's going to be okay, though.
I'm afraid the next few hours are critical.
I don't know whether we should stay or go home.
Well, it seems a shame to let all that food go to waste.
What can I get you?
Yeah, a whiskey for me and a large glass of white for Pam, please.
That's a nifty little machine you've got there.
Oh. Thought I'd do a spot of ordering for this week's menu. The sooner people forget about Ian's buffet, the better, as far as I'm concerned. Tell me this, are you a French fancy kind of man? More of a Bakewell tart?
I'm sure it'd be a delight, whatever you decide to make.
Oh.
Jack, we need to speak to the police and tell them what Bobby said about Lucy.
What's the point? As far as they're concerned, they've already got their man.
You heard what he said.
He's just a kid. All right, the police ain't going to take what he says seriously.
Your brother is locked up for something he didn't do.
Yeah, well, the evidence says otherwise.
How many of you think Max killed Lucy? Even though they never found a murder weapon.
Yeah, but if Jane and Ian knew...
They've let an innocent man go down for something he didn't do.
Hang on a minute, we're talking about Ian Beale here. He flips burgers for a living.
Yeah, but you don't know. He might have had help.
Didn't take you long to start spouting rubbish, did it? You want to keep your nose out of things that don't concern you.
Oi, don't you speak to her like that.
Yeah, let's just go outside, yeah?
The old pub heard him.
Bobby was confused. He didn't know what he was saying.
So what are you saying, that it's not true?
Of course I am, Shell. Think I don't know my own nephew? If I was you, I'd enjoy what's left of your wedding.
Yeah, you cover all you like, but I tell you now, the truth will come out sooner or later.
For the benefit of the tape, can I ask you your full name, please?
Bobby Beale,
How old are you, Bobby?
12.
Bobby, at your age, you're entitled to have a person called an appropriate adult present when being interviewed. That's a person that's here to look after your interests. Do you understand?
Yes.
You have Sharon Mitchell on your behalf. Are you happy for her to be your appropriate adult? I'm going to need you to speak up for the tape, Bobby.
Yes.
Mrs. Mitchell, for the purpose of the recording, please could you identify yourself?
Sharon Mitchell.
Bobby, when arrested for a crime, you're also entitled to be legally represented. Miss Scott has been called to represent you. Could you identify yourself for the tape, please, Miss Scott?
Richmond Scott, solicitor.
At the end of the interview, I'll give you a notice that explains how you can gain access to copies of the interview tape. Do you understand?
Yes.
Now we've got all the boring stuff out of the way, let's find out a bit more about you, shall we? So, the custody sergeant tells me that you're studying at St. Bartholomew's. Is that right?
Not anymore. My mum and dad can't afford to send me there.
Is that what you were fighting about?
I have advised my client to make no comment whatsoever during this interview.
No comment.